Hello there, YouTube. I am Artie Rose, the GLB Network, sort of like the MLB Network. But the GLB stands for the greatest of all time league baseball in OOTP 26. So we are back here today because we have another game for you. Yesterday we brought you the Cincinnati Reds of 1975 and the 1942 Cardinals in a tiebreaker to determine the top seed in the American Conference. Today we have another tiebreaker. We're going to go right to the screen here. And this one is in the National Conference. And this is the battle for the number 8 seed in the National Conference. The winner of this game will be the number 8 seed, and the loser will go home till next season. So we have the Tampa Bay Rays of 2021 versus the Arizona Diamondbacks of 1999. The Tampa Bay Rays, if we go to the standings, the Tampa Bay Rays won 8 of the last 10 games to move into a tie, three-way tie for the last seed. And then they played a tiebreaker with the Blue Jays and lost. So the Diamondbacks, over the last 10 games, even 5-5. So this game ought to be interesting. It's going to be Shane McClanahan for the Tampa Bay Rays and Omar Dahl. Omar Dahl's had a 2-9 record in the season. And McClanahan had a 10-6 record with a 3.62 ERA. So let's get to the game. We'll open up the game. These are the lineups for the Tampa Bay Rays. It's going to be Joey Wendell at third base, leading off. Brett Phillips, the center fielder. Randy Arozarena batting third and left field. Wander Franco, the DH, batting fourth. Mike Zunino, the catcher, batting fifth. Yandy Diaz, the first baseman, batting sixth. Willie Adames at shortstop, batting seventh. Austin Meadows, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Mike Brousseau, the second baseman, batting ninth. For the Diamondbacks, going to be Greg Colbrun leading off at first base. David DeLucci, the right fielder, batting second. Matt Williams, the third baseman, batting third. Luis Gonzalez, the DH, batting fourth. Tony Batista, the shortstop, batting fifth. Jay Bell, the second baseman, batting sixth. Steve Finley, the center fielder, batting seventh. Damian Miller, the catcher, batting eighth. And Bernard Gilkey in left field, batting ninth. So we're going to be in Arizona. And let's get the game started. Omar Dahl. 96 innings pitched, 101 strikeouts, a 5.51 ERA. Here we go, first pitch. Ground ball, shortstop's up with it over the first, and we got the first out. Tony Batista to Colbrun at first. Brett Phillips, the center fielder, only batted 200 in the regular season. I got a funny feeling this guy, let's look at the Brett Phillips, Kevin Cormier. He's not in there. I don't know why, but he's not. Also, Brandon Lau is not in there. You would think, with the season on the line, that these players would be in there. Anyway, here is Brett Phillips. Pitch, and he walks him. So, man off first, one out for Randy Arozarena. Arozarena batted .250, 14 home runs and 48 RBIs in the regular season. Pitch, and it's dropped, but the runner does not advance. There's a 3-0 count to Arozarena. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs. Wander Franco, designated hitter, batting .266 with 13 home runs and 44 RBIs. Steps in. Pitch, up the middle, base hit. Runner trying for third, and he will make it. And Phillips goes to second on that throw. So now it's 2 outs. Runners on second and third for Mike Zunino, the catcher. Zunino had 16 home runs in the regular season. And called strike 3. And that'll do it. No runs on 1 hit for the Tampa Bay Rays. And we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning with no score. Greg Colburn leading off for the Diamondbacks, batting .263 with 7 home runs against Shane McClanahan. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, second base. And he can't make a throw. Rousseau could not come up with it cleanly to make a throw. So nobody out, man on first. With David DeLucci, a right fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out. Matt Williams, .298, hitting 20 home runs and 66 RBIs on the season. Pitch. Soft ground ball. Pitcher picks it up. And you get the out at second. And that's it. 2 outs. Luis Gonzalez. Batted .282. 14 home runs and 52 RBIs. The pitch. And there goes the runner. And he is in there with a stolen base. Matt Williams. 6 stolen base on the season. So, 2 outs, man on second for Luis Gonzalez now. Pitch. Fly ball in the gap. That's going to be at least a double. That runner's going to score. And yes, Gonzalez in with a double. And Matt Williams scores. And the score is now 1-0 Arizona. Tony Batista. Batted .265 with 15 home runs. Steps in. The pitch. Long fly ball. Way back. And it's gone. A home run for Tony Batista. Puts the Arizona Diamondbacks out in front 3-0 here in the first inning. So, that'll bring up Jay Bell, the second baseman. Nobody out. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-0 lead for Arizona here. Ground ball. Shortstop's up with it over the first, and they do it for the last out. But the Arizona Diamondbacks score 3 times here in the bottom of the first to take a 3-0 lead. Now we go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Tampa Bay Rays is Yandy Diaz, first baseman. Willie Adames, the shortstop, will be after him. And then Austin Meadows, the right fielder, is due up after him. Here is Diaz. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out. Willie Adames, he batted .250 with 11 home runs and 50 RBIs. It's called strike 3 for the second out. Austin Meadows batted .248 with 10 home runs and 25 RBIs. Pitch, and there is a line shot to center field, and it's in there for a double. Austin Meadows, 2-out double here. We'll bring up Mike Brousseau, the second baseman. Brousseau is in there for Brandon Lowe, who's on the bench for tonight. Here's the pitch. Brousseau, line shot, caught in center field for the last out. So, nothing across for the Tampa Bay Rays, just a double. Score still 3-0. Bottom of the second. Steve Finley steps in against McClanahan. The pitch. Ground ball, third base, over the first, and that's the first out. Damian Miller, the catcher, steps in. Miller, batting .314 with 16 home runs and 47 RBIs. The pitch, ground ball, charging is the second baseman. Up with it, can't make a throw. Single for Miller. 1 out, man off first for Bernard Gilkey, the left fielder. Pitch. Looks like it's going to be caught. Diving catch by the center fielder. 2 outs. Phillips. Brett Phillips. Diving catch. Top of the order. Greg Goldbrun for the Diamondbacks. And there's a fly ball to right field. Put away by the right fielder. And that is the inning. 3-0 now, going to the top of the third. Joey Wendell, the third baseman, leading off. Top of the order. Pitch. Fly ball, center field. Caught by Steve Finley for the first out. Brett Phillips, center fielder. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the second out. Randy Arozarena, the left fielder. And a fly ball to right field and caught. That'll do it for the top of the third. No runs for the Tampa Bay Rays, and the score going into the bottom of the third is still 3-0 Arizona. Right field, Tolucci, who made that catch in right field is leading off. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from McClanahan. And check swing, but he didn't hold up. Strike 3, out number 1. Matt Williams, third baseman, steps in. Line shot, base hit left field. Williams is on first, 1 out, and Luis Gonzalez is the batter. Pitch, ground ball, shortstop, this could be 2. And it is, 2 out, double play. That is it. That was the inning. So now we go to the top of the 4th. Going to be Juan DeFranco, Mike Zunino, and Yandy Diaz against Omar Dow. Omar Dow's got 44 pitches. After 3 innings of work, here we go. Popped up, coming in as the shortstop, makes the catch for the first out. Mike Zunino, the catcher. Pitch. Fly ball, center field. Taken by Steve Finley for the second out. Yandy Diaz. Ground ball, shortstop, up with it over the first. And that is it for the Tampa Bay Rays in the 4th inning. Score still 3-0. I'm going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let me put my hat back on, my baseball hat. And back to this game. Bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Tony Batista, who homered his last time up. Jay Bell and Steve Finley against Shane McClanahan. Here's Batista. Pitch. And it's through for a base hit to right field for Batista. Second hit of the game. Jay Bell steps in. Pitch. And it's a wild pitch. And there goes Batista to second base. Okay, man on second, nobody out for Jay Bell. And there's going to be a gapper. All the way to the wall. That's going to score another run for Arizona. Double for Jay Bell. And a run batted in. Scores now 4-0 Arizona over Tampa Bay. Steve Finley going to step in. Man on second, nobody out. Pitch. Fly ball going back. Over the head, off the wall. He's going to score another run, another double, back-to-back doubles for the Diamondbacks here. And the score now is 5-0. In the bottom of the fourth. Nobody out. And that's going to be it for Shane McClanahan. They don't want the game to get out of hand before it's too late. So they're going to bring in Michael Wacha. Wacha pitched in 4 games. He won 2 of them. Pitched 12 innings, struck out 10, and had a 3.00 ERA. So, Michael Wacha is a long reliever, middle reliever, and he's going to take on the pitching duties here. Here is Damian Miller, the catcher. Miller had a hit his last time up. Wacha, ground ball, third base, checks the runner, and that's the first out. Bernard Gilkey, left fielder, steps in against Michael Wacha. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the second out. Here's top of the order, Greg Colburn. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's it. So Michael Wacha comes in to put the fire out, but not before the Diamondbacks score 2 more runs and make the score 5-0 here after 4 innings of play. Now we go to the top of the 5th. Willie Adames is up. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Line drive caught by Tony Batista, or Jay Bell rather, for the first out. Austin Meadows had a base hit his last time up, is in there. The pitch, ground ball, second base. Jay Bell over to first, and that's the second out. 2 outs, nobody on for Mike Brosseau. Pitch, long fly ball, and it's gone. Mike Brosseau, home run. They get the Tampa Bay Rays on the board. 5-1 now. That was a line shot home run for Mike Brosseau. That'll bring up top of the order, Joey Wendell. Wendell's 0 for 2. The pitch. And that's going to be a base hit into left field for Wendell. 2 outs, man on first. Brett Phillips, the center fielder, steps in. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's it. But the Tampa Bay Rays put a run on the board with a home run from Mike Brosseau. And the score now, at the end of 4.5, is the Diamondbacks 5 and the Tampa Bay Rays 1 in the tiebreaker. The loser goes home. Leading off now, bottom of the 5th inning for the Arizona Diamondbacks is David DeLucci, the right fielder, against Michael Wacha. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 3rd strikeout for Wacha. That brings up Matt Williams, the power-hitting 3rd baseman. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Wacha is hot. Luis Gonzalez steps in, the DH. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pitch. Ground ball, shortstop picks it up over the first, and that's it. Nothing across for the Diamondbacks. And the score remains 5-1 after 5 innings. Go to the top of the 6th. Randy Arozarena will lead it off against Omar Dal. Omar Dahl is pitching a great game. He's only given up 4 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 6, and walked 1. Here's a Rosarena. Pitch. Going to be a base hit to right field for a Rosarena. Lead-off hit. That'll bring up Juan DeFranco, the DH. Rosarena is a threat to steal. Popped up in the infield. First baseman takes it, and that's the first out. Mike Zunino, the catcher, steps in against Omar Dahl. Called strike 3 for the second out. And that's going to be it. They're going to take out Dahl and put in Vicente Padilla. Padilla pitched in 31 games, won 5 and lost 3 and saved 6. In 47 innings pitched, he struck out 51. And he has an ERA of 2.66. He'll take over here with 2 outs in the 6th inning against Yandy Diaz with a Rosarena on first. And there's a shot down the line, right field. It's going to be a base hit. A Rosarena will stay at second. So a 2-out single for Yandy Diaz. They'll bring up Willie Adames. 2 outs, 2 men on. Pitch. Long fly ball taken by the left fielder, and that'll do it. So Tampa Bay does not score. They threaten, and the score remains 5-1. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Tony Batista leads off against Michael Wacha. Pitch. Ground ball, third base. Over to first. 1 out. Jay Bell, second baseman, steps in. Ground ball up the middle, base hit for Jay Bell. Steve Finley, 1 for 2. The center fielder steps in with a man on first. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Up the middle, base hit, back-to-back hits. And Bell stays at second. Okay, 1 out. 2 men on. Damian Miller, the catcher. Damian Miller is a power-hitting, good-hitting catcher. Batted .316 with 16 home runs and 47 RBIs. Here he is against Michael Wacha. Pitch. Called strike 3. That's the second out. That was a big strikeout. And that's going to be it for Michael Wacha. They take him out, and they're putting in Ryan Sharif. Sharif, in the regular season, made 37 appearances. He won no games and lost 3. He had no saves, and he had a 4.86 ERA. So they're putting him in, holding. Hopefully he's going to get the 3rd out here and hold the Diamondbacks to 5 runs. Here is Bernard Gilkey, the left fielder. And there's a fly ball right field taken by the right fielder to end the inning. So no runs on 2 hits. 2 men left on base for the Diamondbacks. And the score remains 5-1 at the end of 6 innings. We're going to take this quick break and finish it out after this. Okay, we are back. We are back, and we're going to finish this game out. Let's get back to the game screen so I can... Okay. Here we go. Vicente Padilla still on the mound here in the top of the seventh. He's going to face Austin Meadows, the right fielder. Pitch. Strike three for the first out. Mike Rousseau, who homered for the only Tampa Bay run his last time up, is up. He is the second baseman. Padilla, the pitch. Ground ball, third base over the first, and that is the second out. Matt Williams with the putout. Joey Wendell, third baseman, steps in. He's 1 for 3. The pitch. Ground ball. First baseman takes it over to the covering pitcher, and that is it. No runs for the Tampa Bay Rays, and the score is still 5-1. Bottom of the seventh. I think we're going to speed play this a little bit. Coburn's the leadoff. Let's just do the first at bat. Let's see. Oh, he hits him. So Coburn's on. David DeLucci, the right fielder, steps in. Pitch. Fly ball, right field. And that's the first out. Matt Williams, third baseman. That's going to be a base hit into right field. And, he was going to go. Thought about it. And stays at second. So now, 1 out, 2 men on. Luis Gonzalez, the DH. Pitch. Ground ball. Up the middle for a base hit. And that's going to load the bases with 1 out. For Tony Batista. Pitch. Ground ball. Through. Lead for a base hit. And it gets by the center fielder. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. And the score now is 7-1. So Batista was a base hit and an error on the center fielder, Brett Phillips. Scores 2 runs and makes the score 7-1 now here in bottom of the seventh. The J Bell. Pitch. Ground ball, third base. Over to first. They get that out. The second out, but the run scores. And the score now is 8-1. The Diamondbacks over the Tampa Bay Rays. 2 outs, man on second for Steve Finley. Fly ball. Going back is the center fielder. He takes it just before the warning track to end the inning. But the Diamondbacks score another 3 runs on 3 hits, and there was an error on the Tampa Bay Rays, and the score now is 8-1. Going to the top of the 8th. Okay, top of the 8th. Padilla is still in there. I want to speed play this to see if anybody actually gets on base. And nobody gets on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And new pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays, Chris Archer. Archer was in 28 games. He won 4, he lost 2. In 66 innings pitched, he struck out 71 and had a 3.95 ERA. So hopefully he can hold the Diamondbacks, and maybe the Rays can mount some kind of a rally in the top of the 9th. But it's looking pretty grim at this point. This is Damian Miller leading off. The pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Over to first, and that's the first out. I'm going to speed play it now. See if anybody actually gets on. And no, nobody gets on. So now we're in the top of the ninth. The score is 8-1. Arizona over Tampa Bay. The winner goes to the playoffs. The loser goes home. Darren Holmes is the new pitcher for the Diamondbacks. Holmes made 25 appearances, didn't win any games. He lost one, he saved one. Excuse me, I got things falling down here right now. Why is that? I don't know. All right. Anyway, has a 4.26 ERA. He's going to face Mike Zunino, the catcher, to lead off the top of the ninth. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. 1 out. Yandy Diaz, the first baseman, steps in. The pitch from Holmes. Ground ball over to first, and that's 2 outs. So the Tampa Bay Rays are down to their final out. And it's up to Willie Adames to keep it alive. Here's the pitch from Holmes. Ground ball, this should be it. Matt Williams over to first, and that is the ball game. So the Arizona Diamondbacks of 1999 beat the Tampa Bay Rays of 2021 here in the tiebreaker to go to the playoffs as the number 8 seed. Congratulations to the Diamondbacks. Great performance. Sorry about that. Anyway, so now the season is complete. We have all 16 of the contenders here as we leave this game, and we're going to go to the standings, and we're going to finish today. And now we can go and see the playoffs. St. Louis Cardinals, top seed, playing the Yankees, the number 8 seed. The Reds, who were the number 2 seed, are playing the Indians, who are the number 7 seed. Right? And then you have the Orioles playing the 86 Mets, and then the Dodgers and the Mariners. In the National Conference, the number 1 Yankees are playing the Diamondbacks. The Red Sox were the number 2 seed. They're playing the Blue Jays. The Cubs, the number 3 seed, are playing the Expos. And the San Francisco Giants of 1962 are playing the Indians of 1954. So that's your lineup for the playoffs. And they are going to start on the next recording or live stream, whatever I choose to do. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this game. I certainly enjoy calling them for you and watching the action. And have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.